So, does anyone still believe in Blizzard after these years-long Overwatch 2 fiasco? All the justification of making a sequel to just going back to what the first game did like 8 years later baffles me. And what's insane is fans are praising this. 6v6 is coming back, loot boxes are coming back. Overwatch 2 is essentially just a glorified patch. This quote-unquote sequel could have just been a free update to the original game, as the only justification Blizzard even had in making a sequel was introducing PvE content to the game. The PvE and skill trees and stuff was enough for me to be like, okay, this will be at least enough to justify the sequel. And that was scrapped. Like, what the hell was the point other than just going to the Battle Pass, which was exactly the reason, by the way. Not only was it scrapped, they decided to scrap it well before Overwatch 2 even released. Every single dollar spent in the first few months of its release was earned through lies and fraud. Now that Marvel Rivals is burying the game, suddenly you're seeing the panicked reaction of them bringing back loot crates, just like they brought back free heroes. They completely abandoned Overwatch 1 and spent 4+ years on the quote-unquote sequel, and all they had to show for it was a stripped-down version of Overwatch and a disgustingly overpriced and invasive cash shop and battle pass. But look, there's new hero perks and a new round-based mode called Stadium, which also has a third-person mode. Look deep into your heart of hearts here. Do you really think Overwatch was ever going to have a third-person mode if not for the massive success of Marvel Rivals? Hell, even after all the complaining the devs had in justifying, no hero bans, are actually bringing hero bans to the game. What a shocker. This reeks of desperation of them finally having competition, and they're scrambling to get something new and interesting out the door to save their cash cow. I know I come across as an Overwatch hater, and I kinda am, honestly, as they essentially killed, in my opinion, the better hero shooter, Paladins, but what I really am is a Blizzard hater. This company is just straight up trash. Horrible, greedy company who never listens to their community, and even if they somehow do, it's way, way down the line. In comparison, take what NetEase did with Marvel Rivals just recently. They were going to implement a half-season rank reset of about 4 ranks, instead of the 6 like at the start of the season, and the backlash online was insane. I'd say 95% of players were angry, and the other 5 were just indifferent. Well, not even a day later, they immediately canceled it and introduced a workaround for the half-season rewards for gold rank if you were already that rank. That's a good company that listens to its players, to its fans, to its consumers. Something Blizzard hasn't done, especially with Overwatch, in a very, very long time. So I'm asking the previous Overwatch players who have long since abandoned the game, are these, let's be honest and call them what they are, patch revisions enough to bring you back to the game? Is 6v6 and the horrible GOATS meta and awful loot boxes enough to bring you back? Is a new game mode with a third-person camera enough to bring you back? Are hero bans enough? Can you still stomach the long queue times to even get into some games? To me, I will never forgive the PvE fiasco, so I'm forever checked out on Overwatch at this point. But let me know in the comments if these changes are enough to bring you back. And, as always, thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.